I'm at Petrified Forest National Park, my 48th national park. I am excited. I have a whole day of hiking and exploring ahead of me. I think I'm gonna go do the Blue Mesa Trail to start a wilderness hike. It's a beautiful day. Sun's out. It feels good. It's like, I don't know, 60 degrees. Happy to be here. Well, I'm parked here at the teepees at the Blue Mesa section of Petrified Forest National Park, and it's around 8:30, getting ready for a backcountry wilderness hike. I'm gonna do the historic Blue Forest Trail. There's no trail markers anywhere on any of these wilderness trails here, but they give you this guide, and basically you look for these landmarks and just keep following these landmarks, and eventually get to the end. So in the end, it can hook up with the Blue Mesa 1 mile loop trail, and you can do that loop and then come all the way back. And it looks like it is 3 miles, so I look forward to it. So the first part of this trail is an old gravel road that was here in 1937. It's about a half a mile, and so I'm just following this flat gravel road to start. No one's here. I'm the only one out here. Not a very busy park. That's my Jeep over there. And so I get a real, true wilderness alone experience. And here's the directions right there for the first part. Still on the gravel road. Looks like you pass over an old road culvert here, and getting close to where I start getting in the Badlands formations. As you get closer here, it looks like a post, and then they do say to follow the yellow brick road, or in this case the brown gravel road. You can see there that they used to make the road back in the 30s. So I guess as I go along, I'll keep watch for that. And at least on the road, there's still a bunch of these culverts. Oh, it's so pretty. And then I see up here, this is where it says you're gonna start walking the crests of the Badlands formations. And there's a remnant of an old CCC trailhead sign, and I think I saw that. Yep, there it is. So I'm on the right area so far, and can't see the car anymore. See what this sign looks like. Yeah, an old trailhead sign from 1937. Thank you for the directions, and there's the trail. Well, there is some nice trail work here that's still working from that trail in the 30s. If you don't like heights, this probably is not the trail for you, since you're right at the edge of these Badland formations. I don't mind heights. There's the Jeep again. Seems kind of way off now. There it is. What a view up here. Love it. I love that I have it all to myself. So nice. All right, there, that looks like the trail. And following the brown gravelly looking stuff that they used as the road, the trail really is well defined thus far with this brown gravel. Sometimes it's a little off the edge, but it's pretty easy to spot where the trail is. I've never been on a trail with no trail signs, but I have the compass on my iPhone. This trail just gave the starting coordinates. It didn't give the finishing coordinates, which is a little strange. But the trail does seem well marked. And I love having this all to myself. Here you can really see that brown trail. Follow the brown gravel road. Follow the brown gravel road. There's the little pedestal I'm heading towards next. They called it a pedestal log. And I'm starting to notice here all the petrified wood on the sides of the trail, which is cool. I'm gonna go check that out. Here's some of the wood on the side of the trail. It's so cool. You can see the tree rings in it, the growth rings from the tree when it was alive. It looks like this is where the trail starts to get a little narrow and peaky. It says on the guidebook, if you're afraid of heights, this is where to turn around. Luckily, I'm not afraid of heights. And the trail still seems pretty well defined. Still see the brown gravel. We're heading to that little pedestal over there. Look at all that petrified wood. This is the pedestal log they use as a direction marker. Wow, look at all that. Love this trail. Here's more of those tree rings. Yeah, so from here you can see the Blue Mesa parking lot from where you're standing at that pedestal log. And let's see, I thought I could see my Jeep. I guess it's just out of sight. Oh, there's a train going by over there. And here we're heading towards these junipers in the distance. So actually this hike is very easy and recognizable, which is wonderful. Yeah, so after you leave the pedestal log, you kind of come up the edge of this cliff on some switchbacks. So you're right on the edge. And you can see the pedestal log over there. That's where I videoed last. And yep, I can still see my car over there. And there's the road over there. There's a car on it. And I'm gonna head right up there. So the trail guide says here you'll be headed towards 3 small junipers, and then the Blue Mesa Overlook parking lot in the distance. So there's the 3 small junipers and the Blue Mesa parking lot in the distance. And all the way around, amazingness. The colors here are spectacular, better than the Badlands in North and South Dakota. The blues and the greens and the pinks, really breathtaking. Look at this, the next peek over, there's a petrified log coming out of the bedrock there. Some of it fell down. There I am. That is amazing. So I'm at the junipers, and here the path starts to switch back down to the paved Blue Mesa Trail. So I'm going to walk down there and walk the 1 mile Blue Mesa Trail and then come back up and back to the car. This is beautiful. So this is where the historic Blue Mesa Trail comes down, and it is steep and slippery. Here at the end, there's a little petrified forest bridge, which is cool. But, yep, be careful. Coming down that is slippery. I slipped several times. And then the paved trail starts right over there. And this is where the trail enters in the Blue Mesa Loop. Looks like at this sign. Let's see what this sign says. Whispers from the past. Oh, leaf fossils. So, then you can do the mile loop walk on this paved path and then head back up in those hills. Remember where you came out. Boy, the color in this shale is beautiful. It's like purplish, pinkish, blue. Really some of the most pretty color I have ever seen. It's a nice trail. Up there you can see the Blue Mesa overlook. And it's just a nice little loop in this valley. That's cool. That's a piece of petrified wood where it's pretty hard, so it stopped the erosion of the material below it. So it's acting as a pedestal holding it up. Well, I'm heading back and I have the car in sight. This was a great hike. The trail was not hard to find. Be careful of the gravel. There's my Jeep. Well, this trail was easy to find. Don't worry about losing the trail. As long as you follow this brown gravel and the well-worn trail, you'll be fine. The only caution is when you're at the 3 junipers and you go down to the paved Blue Mesa Trail, that gravel's super slick and it's steep, easy to fall. So be careful, and you don't have to necessarily go down there. You could also drive to the Blue Mesa overlook and then hike around that mile-long paved trail as well. But this was a beautiful hike. So glad I did it. Now off to more.